Hello everybody, welcome to Deluxe Collectibles, and today we're going to be covering all of the Funko news for November 2nd of 2020. Now this news video is going to be primarily made up of some leaks that were revealed by Charlent Pops on Instagram and Twitter, so be sure to go check them out. Their links will be right at the top of the description of this video, so thank you so much to them, and take all of these reveals with a grain of salt as well, because these are not official until they're confirmed by Funko, so keep that in mind as well. But for now, we're going to get straight into it here with the first leak. Okay, now we've got a reveal for Avatar: The Last Airbender, and this one is going to be a Spirit AANG pop, and this one will be glow in the dark and a store exclusive, and this is bound to be a really cool design here. Now I'm wondering if it's going to be like a completely blue and translucent looking AANG. I think that would be pretty cool to have, but it would also be nice to maybe have some more detail included and not have it be completely one solid color, but also it would make sense because it is a Spirit version of him, so it would make sense to have that be the case. So overall, just a really cool reveal. Next up here, we've got a Blue's Clues pop right here, and this one is definitely going to be interesting. I'm wondering if they're going to expand with the Blue's Clues series and maybe make a few of the other characters as well. I've seen a few people wanting a magenta pop as well, so that would definitely be interesting. It's not something that appeals to me. I remember enjoying Blue's Clues a bit when I was younger, but of course it's not really something that appeals to me too much right now. But let me know if you're gonna pick up this pop. Now we've got a DC reveal here, and this one is from Dark Knight's Death Metal, and this one is going to be a Batman guitar solo pop, and you should also expect a Superman and Wonder Woman pop to also release at some point from this series, and this one's definitely going to be interesting. It's a very cool concept for Batman, I would say, and it fits pretty well, also because of course Batman is always dark and brooding, and this one is going to be a store exclusive also. So yeah, just overall a really cool concept. Now we've got a Funko Pop ad icon, because of course we do, because Funko loves expanding this line, and we're going to be getting a diamond glitter version of the Coca-Cola can, because of course Funko's going to make a diamond collection version of this, and this one will be a store exclusive. My guess would be most likely either maybe the Funko Shop or possibly Hot Topic, I would say, but it's definitely going to be pretty interesting, and since we already know about it, I would say if you wanted to pick up this pop, I would probably wait for this version, because it's probably going to look a bit cooler than the original one, but still a pretty cool idea. Alright, now we've got a very exciting one for Funko Pop ad icon fans, and this is going to be for the news that they are going to be expanding the Kraft Heinz ad icons, and these are going to include a ton of different properties here. You can see a bunch of the brands kind of laid out here on the image, and of course we've seen a couple of them such as Kool-Aid, but we could be potentially receiving Jell-O, we could be getting Kraft macaroni and cheese as well, so definitely some really interesting ones there. Let me know which ones you would be most excited for. Now we've got a Funko and Aardman Company collaboration that is going on, and this includes the properties of Shaun the Sheep, Timmy Time, Morph, and then we have Wallace and Gromit, which is of course already had some Funko Pops as well, but they've agreed to bring out some more Funko products as well, so this is bound to be pretty interesting what sorts of designs we're going to wind up receiving. Alright, now we've got a One Piece pop here, and this one is going to be a metallic Luffy in kimono, and this one is going to be a store exclusive, and this one's definitely going to be interesting. I don't know if it was necessary to make a metallic version of this, because I'm fairly sure we're supposed to be getting a common version of Luffy in kimono in the new One Piece wave, so I don't know if it was absolutely necessary. I don't follow the series. I would like to get into it eventually, but it's pretty daunting considering the length of it, but maybe one day, so definitely an interesting figure for sure. Now we've got a Stranger Things reveal here, and of course that's always very exciting, especially with the lack of sort of Stranger Things pops recently, of course, with the series kind of being on a break currently, of course, making the new season 4, so for now, we're going to be getting some pop art series figures, and those are going to include ones for Dustin and a Demogorgon, some pretty random choices, I would honestly say. I mean, maybe, of course, I'm not the one behind Funko, so I don't know how well Dustin figures have sold, but I know they've done a ton of variants of him, so he might be one of the more popular characters for like sales wise, and then a Demogorgon of course is just synonymous with Stranger Things, so it's definitely a cool choice, and I'll be interested to see how these turn out. Alright, we've got a reveal here for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and the character is going to be EIVOR right here, and this one will be a store exclusive as well. And for all of these, when I say it's a store exclusive, I don't know what store they'll be exclusive to at the moment. Now, my guess for this one would most likely be GameStop, since it's a video game based pop, but who knows, that could possibly not wind up being true, because it's just a guess from me. But for this character, what's interesting is that they could be male or female, because I believe it might be the character that you maybe play as in the game. I'm not too familiar with Assassin's Creed, but I saw this in the tweet as well, kind of mentioning that, so I wanted to mention it here as well. You can see in the image both of them right there, so yeah, a pretty cool reveal overall. Next up here, we've got a Diamond Collection version of Selena here in burgundy outfit, and this one's definitely pretty interesting. I'm not too familiar with Selena, if I'm being honest, but this one is going to be a store exclusive, and that's about all I have to say about this pop. Next up here, we've got an Aristocats pop, and this one is going to be Marie, and this one's going to be a Diamond Collection version that will be a store exclusive as well. Most likely Hot Topic or Box Lunch would probably be my guess, but definitely going to be an interesting figure for sure. I mean, you can see the design there, because this is one that previously had a standard pop as well, and I think a flocked version also. It might have actually only been a flocked version that is the other one. I'm honestly not too sure. I don't really follow the Aristocrats line, but let me know down below if you're interested in this pop. Alright, now we've got a reveal here for Schitt's Creek, and this one is going to be Moira in The Crows Have Eyes, and this one's going to be a store exclusive as well. So I'm unfamiliar with Schitt's Creek. I never really followed the series. Maybe at some point I would check it out, but I'm sure for fans of it, they're going to be pretty interested in this pop. Now we've got a Golden Girls reveal here, and this is going to be for a pop of Sophia, and she will be a Diamond Collection version that will be an FYE exclusive. So this one's going to be pretty interesting. I would assume her outfit's going to wind up having the glitter part on it, so it's going to probably look pretty cool. So overall, a nice reveal. Now we've got two Lakers champions figures here, and these are going to include LeBron James and then Anthony Davis as well. So you can see both of them right there. I'm not a huge fan of basketball. I don't really follow it too much, so I can't comment too much here, but it seems like they're going to be some pretty cool looking figures. Next up here, we've got a reveal for a Marvel Blacklight pop here, and this one is going to be of Deadpool, and this one will be a store exclusive as well, and this is bound to be pretty cool. I know they're really expanding this Blacklight line for both Marvel and DC, and it's definitely interesting. It's not something that I've begun collecting because it just doesn't really appeal to me too much, but I do like getting to see the creative like color paint jobs that they do on all of these pops, so I'll be interested to see what sort of colors they do for Deadpool, and also what sculpt are they going to use. Alright, now we've got a Marvel Blacklight pop here, and this one is going to be a Pop Jumbo Marvel Galactus with Silver Surfer, and this one's going to be a store exclusive as well. Now, this one is very exciting, and I actually really hope we get a normal version of it as well that isn't specifically Blacklight, because I think it's just such a cool idea to have Galactus with Silver Surfer. Of course, just a combination that goes together so well from the comics, and it's going to be so cool to see how it's translated into that Funko Pop format. So I'll be really interested to see how this one turns out, and the size of it as well. I mean, of course, Galactus is absolutely massive, so I don't know if by jumbo they mean a 10-inch one, and then Silver Surfer would be like a 4-inch standard pop, or if he'll be 18-inch for Galactus, and then maybe Silver Surfer's like a 6-inch pop. I'm honestly not too sure what this is going to look like, but it's definitely really interesting. Now we've got a few more Marvel Blacklight pops here that could be coming soon, and these include Gambit, Black Panther, Magneto, and Captain Marvel, so some pretty interesting ones there. I'll be curious to see how the designs wind up turning out, so it's definitely going to be cool to see. Now we've got a very exciting reveal here for Marvel fans, specifically of the MCU, because this opens up a large amount of possibilities here, and this is going to be for a Pop Deluxe of Tony Stark Shawarma, and this one's going to be a store exclusive as well. My guess would maybe be Amazon, because we have seen these sort of Marvel like Avengers Assembles pops where they all kind of come together to make a specific scene, and of course if you remember from Avengers, in the end credit scene they're at the shawarma place getting some food, food. So specifically, I think that's what this could wind up turning out to be. Maybe casual versions of them, or just them in their superhero attire, if I'm remembering correctly, just kind of sitting down having some shawarma. So it's definitely got some cool possibilities there, and it's nice to see them jumping into the end credit scenes as well to get some more content to make into Funko Pops. So I'll be interested to see how this one turns out. Alright, now we've got a gigantic look here at the new Marvel Studios Eternals line here, and of course there are a ton of characters here because this is kind of like what they're setting up to be kind of their new Guardians of the Galaxy / Avengers sort of combination for the MCU in this new phase. So it's definitely bound to be very interesting and was bound to be a large line. So as you can see here, we have all of the characters listed here. Now I'm not going to go over all of them or say any of their names just because I'm not familiar with any of them, so I don't really know too much about them and wouldn't have too much to comment on, but still I think it's pretty cool that we're getting all of these. Some interesting things are that one of them is going to have a glow-in-the-dark chase, and then one is going to be a 10-inch pop as well, so it'll be interesting to see how these pops turn out. Alright, now we've got the final leak here, and I wanted to save this one for the last because it does include a spoiler for one of the Marvel Disney Plus series. I don't want to reveal anything here just in case you don't want to know anything about any of them, so just keep that in mind going into it here. There is a bit of a spoiler here if this does wind up panning out. Of course, this could just be a leak that doesn't come to fruition, but it most likely will, so just keep that in mind. And now we're going to reveal it right now in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so this one that we have here is going to be a Vision and Quicksilver 2-pack for Emerald City Comic Con of 2021, and this is definitely really interesting because of course Quicksilver in Age of Ultron wound up dying, so it's very interesting that he could potentially be returning in WandaVision, and I think it's something that fans might have expected to happen just because of all the weird stuff that is going on in WandaVision. I feel like maybe he won't actually return in like reality, but maybe in one of Wanda's distorted realities that she creates, he could potentially return. So that's definitely going to be really interesting for sure, and I'll be curious to see what design the pop has. And then for Vision as well, I'll be interested to see what design he has, because there's a few different variants of him in the WandaVision line that was announced, so I'll be curious what other design they wind up doing. Alright, so that's going to conclude this Funko News video here for November 2nd of 2020. I hope you all did enjoy, and if you have any questions, be sure to let me know down below, and also be sure to check out Sir Lent Pops' page as well. It's all thanks to their page that we were able to get this information, so thank you so much to them. And also let me know which pops you would want to pick up if any of these do wind up coming true, which I'm sure a large amount of them will. This is definitely a very trustworthy source that we're getting it from, so it's definitely all thanks to them. So thank you so much for checking out the video. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and also subscribe if you want to see my future content. I would really appreciate the support, so thanks so much. I'll see you all next time, and always remember, keep on collecting.